Isabella.
Hi.
Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to do a simple acoustic evaluation of your voice. And so what that's going to include is you making some sounds into a microphone.
Okay.
And I'll guide you through it. I'll tell you every step of the way. But just to give you a heads up, you might feel a little goofy or silly.
Okay.
Just hang in there. It's all for us, for the purpose of us understanding your voice a little bit better and helping to quantify the nature of your difficulties.
Okay, awesome.
All right, so the first thing we're going to do is take some pitch measurements. And so I'm going to hand you this microphone. You're going to hold it like this, so parallel with the floor, about this far from your mouth. Okay? Great job. Maybe a little bit closer. Great. Okay. And now whenever you're ready, you're going to hold out the vowel ah on a comfortable pitch and loudness, and just hold it until I tell you to stop.
Okay.
And start when you're ready. Great job. You can stop right there, and you're going to hear your voice back as it analyzes. Okay, so what this shows us is a kind of a little graph of this voice sample as you were saying ah. And so what we like to see is a diamond within a green circle that shows us basically normal values. So this peak right here where it says RAP stands for relative average perturbation, and that tells us a little bit about cycle to cycle variability in your pitch. This one over here is called shimmer, and that tells us about cycle to cycle variability in your loudness. Down here is called the noise to harmonic ratio, and that tells us about the ratio between harmonic energy, which is like that good quality periodic sound in your voice, and noise. And we all have some noise in our voice because the voice is made from friction, but a balance or a ratio in a certain range is considered healthy and normal. And then we're not going to worry about this little red peak out here. That's the voice turbulence index, and that usually can be helpful to tell us about breathiness in the voice, but it hasn't really been shown to be a very good measurement for that, and so we don't collect it because it's just not a strong indicator. So don't worry about that. Okay. So we're going to do another sound, and this time you're going to hold out the vowel E. Same thing, comfortable pitch and loudness until I tell you to stop. And so you start when you're ready. E. Great job. You can stop there, and you will hear your voice back. That one looks all within the green circle, so that's nice. And like I said, each of these three peaks represent measurements that we're gathering. So if I wanted to write this down, I would push this button right here, and I could see your pitch, and I would write down your pitch, and then I would write down that relative average perturbation, I'd write down the shimmer, and then I'd write down the noise to harmonic ratio, and I would leave off the voice turbulence index. And so the last sound for this assessment is going to be a hum. So you'll keep your lips together and just hum on a comfortable pitch and loudness until I tell you to stop. So you might need to put the microphone a little bit closer to your mouth since you're humming, and go ahead and start whenever you're ready. Great job. Alrighty, and that tells us just a little bit more about how different sounds and the shape of your vocal tract affect these perturbation values that we're looking at. Okay, so now we're going to move on. Measure a little bit more about your pitch. And the first thing I'm going to have you do is count from 1 to 10 in a normal, natural voice, just as if you were counting, I don't know, change, something like that. So just as natural as you can make it. And I will tell you when to start.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Great job. And then this pops up and already tells me what I want to know. Now the next task we're going to do is I'm going to have you read short passage. This one's called the grandfather passage.
Okay.
Do you need me to hold it, or do you feel like you can hold the microphone?
Hold it. That's
okay,
okay.
I will
Yes,
hold
thank
that.
you.
And just start reading in a normal, natural voice, but I probably will cut you off before you're done, so
Okay.
don't worry that you've done anything wrong. So I'm going to click a few things and then go ahead.
You wished to know all about my grandfather. Well, he is nearly 93 years old. He dresses himself in an ancient black frock coat, usually minus several buttons, yet he still thinks as swiftly as ever. A long flowing beard clings to his chin.
Great, you can stop there. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do is just have you talk a little bit more conversationally, a little bit more naturally. So for about 15 seconds, I'll have you tell me what your plans are for the rest of the day. Just tell me what you've got going on, where you're going, who you'll be seeing, and then I'll stop you. Okay, go ahead.
After this, I'm going to go walk over to work, and I'll be working for about 4 to 5 hours tonight. After that, I'll go home, heat up some dinner, and my roommates and I are planning to have a fire pit in the backyard and hang out.
That sounds really nice. Great plans. And then I get some more information about this sample. So this next task may feel kind of silly, so just hang in there, I'll guide you through it. But you're going to show me how high your voice can go, and then you're going to show me how low your voice can go.
Okay.
So we're going to do that on the vowel ah, and I'll use my hand to guide you, and so that to keep going. I'm going to try to see just as high as you can go. It may not sound pretty, you may not think of yourself as like a singer, and that's okay. It's just about, let's see what your vocal cords can do. Okay? So on that vowel ah, you'll start just at a comfortable pitch, and then you're going to glide up, and you're going to keep gliding until you can't get your voice up. All right, let's give this a try. Great job, great job. So what I would say is this part right here is a little bit of like a voice crack as you were going up. And I know you were worried about laughing, but that's okay, it didn't pick that up. So I would not take this number, because that was as you were going higher, your voice just kind of cracked. We want to take the number that's associated with this nice smooth line. So I'll just pull this box away and dismiss it, and then I will use my cursor to find the highest point, and it'll tell me right here on the y-axis. So nice job.
Thank you.
So we'll do the same thing, but this time we're going to go down as low as you can go. So you'll start on that vowel ah and glide down to your lowest pitch, and I'll direct you with my hand like I did last time. Ready? Good. Okay. And no cracks or breaks there, so we will take the value that it gives us. Nice job. Okay, now for this one, we're going for distance. I want you to hold out that vowel ah, comfortable pitch and loudness, but you're going to take a deep breath before you do, and you're going to hold it for as long as you can. Okay? And we might do that a few times just to help you get the hang of it. So don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. We just want to see what you can do. Okay? Whenever you're ready, you start. All right, nice job. Let's try it again once you've caught your breath and just see if you can get any longer. You did get longer that time. Third time's a charm. Let's see what you do. Okay? Nice deep breath. Nice job. Starting to get a little
Yeah.
tiring, huh? That is okay. Really, really well done. I've put you through a lot and you hung in there very nicely, so thanks for that. Okay, just a few more things until we're done. For this one, we don't need to use the computer, so you can put the microphone down. I'm just going to use a stopwatch.
Okay.
But it is going to be like a maximal task, so meaning that you're going to try to hold a sound, like you just did, for as long as you can. And so when you're ready, I'll have you take in a deep breath, and you're going to hold out the sound S.
Okay.
So just that hissy sound like a snake or a leaky tire. I want you to take a deep breath and hold that sound for as long as you have air.
Okay.
Okay, whenever you're ready. That is a lot of air. Great job. Now, when you've cut your breath, you're going to do that again, but this time on a different sound. So it'll be the sound zzz.
Okay.
So like a buzzing bee. Okay? But still, nice deep breath and hold that sound out for as long as you can. Whenever you're ready. Right, great job. And that wraps it up for us. You did great. And we'll talk about these results when we get back to the other table.
Okay, perfect.
Thanks.